What's up YouTube? So I've just got back from seeing the very good and also surprisingly good Star Trek Beyond. So the Star Trek franchise has seen somewhat of a resurgence since the 2009's Star Trek, albeit only in the form of cinematic movies. We are getting a brand new CBS show, but that is in the future. But at the moment we have got Star Trek Beyond, which I thought was absolutely fab. Why? Because it was absolutely fun. It stuck to the basics and had fantastic action and was shot. Some of the scenes in there and the shots and the angles were expertly crafted. Now, if you didn't know, the helm of the film actually went from J.J. Abrams to Justin Lin of the Fast and the Furious fame. So I wasn't too big on it. The first trailer was very action-packed. We had Justin Lin in charge, and I'm not a fan of the Fast and the Furious films. The stunts and the action may be superb, but the whole film and the heart of it was just awful, in my opinion. But this film got the heart and the soul completely perfect as well. So, the film is obviously marred by the tragic death of Anton Yelchin, who I was gutted to hear about him passing and was just saddened to hear that. And my thoughts and wishes go out to his family in this really tough time. And it was a bittersweet thing seeing him on screen. The talent that he exuded on screen was just fantastic, and this role was just quality, just like his previous ones as well. So if you want to go and check out some other films he's been in, I believe he was also in Alpha Dog as well as Fright Night, the remake of the original horror film. But let's get back to Star Trek Beyond. So Star Trek Beyond had a very odd story. Not many people knew exactly what it was about. I didn't know too much myself. I didn't want to read too much into what was happening with it. I watched all the marketing, etc. I just knew that the Enterprise landed on a planet which was uncharted. It was on the frontier, but that was, again, it. And it had a fantastic twist at the end. So I will keep the first half of this story and this review actually spoiler free, and then I'm going to let you know once I get into the spoilers so you can like or favourite or bookmark the video so you can go back and discuss the spoilers with myself. So as always, please do drop a like as well if you are enjoying the review. So not much was known about this. I am not that big on the Star Trek lore. I've only really watched some Enterprise and up to about, I think, season 5 maybe? Season 4 or 5 of The Next Generation before it was taken from the UK Netflix. I haven't watched Voyager or Deep Space Nine. I've only watched some of the original cast as well in the films like Wrath of Khan, which we saw again in Into Darkness. But I'm not too sure if this was a big lore, if the character of Krall was actually a big thing, or his race was a actual thing in the Star Trek universe. So this could, for all I know, this could be an actual brand new enemy brought in, and it was absolutely fantastic the way they brought him in. It was ominous, and the destruction as well was really great. The CGI was just stunning in here, and sometimes I noticed that the CGI is a bit off, just like in the Warcraft film, it was a bit off there. But here, it was done amazingly. And the story of Kirk, and I think that Chris Pine really has come into his own in this role, as well as acting as well. He's looking his age a bit now. I remember him when he first started in 2009. He was looking youthful, and now he's turning into like the Indiana Jones version of Harrison Ford as well there. So he's growing old gracefully. And he's also going to be in the Wonder Woman flick as well. And I think that the story, and they kept it quite limited on the kind of, not Earth, but out of the spaceship and out of the kind of danger. They kept the whole Federation thing minimal until the end. if you know what I mean. So let's get into the spoilers. Please do stop watching if you don't want any spoilers. I thought that the twist at the end was absolutely fantastic, and the slow reveal of the history of the Franklin, the ship that they find with Jaina, as well as the whole that Kroll was a human, but then he was turned into an actual kind of other being. Now, one thing which struck with me, I felt that we never actually knew what the weapon was. I knew it looked like nanites, and it had the similar technology to all the ships that they were using to take down the Enterprise and the other ships that were getting near to the planet, but we never actually understood why the thing worked and what the weapon was supposed to do, so I didn't really care, which sounds weird, but I didn't care about what they were going to do with that weapon, because it just seemed he wanted to get there to put the thing in. And I think that's kind of where the film kind of dropped in quality a bit with the motivations, and we didn't really learn as to what happened to him. And did the rest of the crew turn into these people? Because he only said that about 3 of them remain, and then I think it turned out that it was just him. But then we had all these other people who looked similar to him as well, which didn't really make much sense at all. But maybe that's just me being nitpicky, but I didn't find that to be that good at all. I really enjoyed this film. Please do drop a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed this review. Let me know down in the comments what is your favourite Star Trek moment, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.